Hello everyone, welcome to Current Affairs MCQs program. Let's begin with previous day's practice question. Question was, in the context of Tanzania's geography, which of the following is not correct regarding its physical features? Tanzania is bounded by Uganda, Lake Victoria and Kenya to the north. Most of mainland Tanzania lies below 600 feet in elevation. Lake Tanganyika is the world's second deepest lake, or the Great Rift Valley runs through the western part of Tanzania. The correct answer is option B. Most of mainland Tanzania lies below 600 feet in elevation. Recently, the bilateral talks are ongoing between Indian Prime Minister and Tanzanian President Samia Suluhu Hassan in New Delhi. Both sides plan to exchange memorandums of understanding covering various areas. Tanzania is bounded by Uganda, Lake Victoria and Kenya to the north. Most of mainland Tanzania lies above 600 feet, that is 200 meters in elevation. Lake Tanganyika is indeed the world's second deepest lake, and the Great Rift Valley runs through the western part of Tanzania. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Now let's begin today's session. First question is, consider the following statements regarding the Accredited Social Health Activist, that is ASHA. 1. This scheme is in place in all states of India. 2. The states are mandated to employ at least one ASHA worker per every 1000 people. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option B, 2 only. Recently, the government is planning to give incentives to accredited social health activists, that is ASHA health activists, for mobilizing eligible individuals for sickle cell disease screening and distribution of sickle cell cards. ASHA is trained female community health activist. The ASHA scheme is presently in place in all states and UTs except Goa. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. ASHA workers are a core part of the National Rural Health Mission launched by the Government of India. The states are mandated to employ at least one ASHA worker per every 1000 people. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Next question is, what is the IUCN status of the bird Ruddy Shelduk recently seen in the news? Least concern, vulnerable, endangered, or near threatened? The correct answer is option A, least concern. Recently, the first batch of about 50 members of the Ruddy Shelduk, popularly known as Surkhab birds, arrived in Uttarakhand. In India, it is known as the Brahmini duck. It is distributed in Europe, Asia, Indian subcontinent, and a few pockets in Africa. They inhabit large wetlands, salt lakes, crater lakes, rivers with mud flats, and shingle banks. The IUCN status of the bird is least concern. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding the long-necked dinosaur Garumbatitan morellensis recently seen in the news. 1. The fossils of this species have been found near Morella, Spain. 2. It was a titanosaur species. 3. The fossils found date back to the late Cretaceous period. How many of the statements given above is or are correct? Only 1, only 2, all 3, or none? The correct answer is option C, all 3. Recently, scientists discovered a massive long-necked dinosaur in Spain and named it Garumbatitan morellensis. The newly discovered species has been named Garumbatitan morellensis, and it was found during excavations at the Sant Antoni de la Vespa fossil site near the city of Morella. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Garumbatitan morellensis was a titanosaur species which is a subgroup of sauropods. Hence, statement 2 is correct. It was the only lineage to survive until the dinosaur-killing asteroid struck around 66 million years ago. These massive fossils, as per estimates, date back to the lower Cretaceous period, some 145 to 66 million years ago. Hence, statement 3 is also correct. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding the Mundra port sometimes seen in the news. 1. It is an all-weather port. 2. It is run by the Government of India. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option A, 1 only. Recently, the Mundra port has completed 25 years of operations. It is the largest private port and the largest container port in India. It is located on the north shores of the Gulf of Kutch in Kutch district of Gujarat. It is deep draft all-weather port, hence statement 1 is correct. It is also a special economic zone and it is run by Adani Ports and Special Economic Zone Limited. Hence statement 2 is not correct. The port handles a wide variety of cargo including containers, dry bulk, break bulk, liquid cargo and automobiles. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Next question is sometimes seen in the news. What is the IUCN status of Javan rhino? Least concern, vulnerable, near threatened or critically endangered? The correct answer is option D, critically endangered. Recently, the Indonesian officials reported the sighting of a new Javan rhino calf in Ujung Kulon National Park. The Javan rhino, also known as the lesser one-horned rhino, is the most threatened of the 5 rhino species. Today, the entire population of the Javan rhinos is found in the Ujung Kulon National Park on the very western tip of Java, Indonesia. They inhabit forest, marshy areas and regions of thick bush and bamboo. The IUCN status of the Javan rhino is critically endangered. Therefore, option D is the correct answer. Next question is recently seen in the news. The Iron Dome defense system is developed by which of the following? Lockheed Martin Corporation, United Technologies Corporation, Tactical Missile Corporation or Rafael Advanced Defense Systems. The correct answer is option D, Rafael Advanced Defense Systems. Recently, the Iron Dome missile defense system intercepted over 5,000 rockets launched from Gaza Strip. It is Israel's air missile defense system that can defend against short-range rockets intercepting them in the air above the state. It is capable of successfully handling multiple rockets at a time. It is developed by Rafael Advanced Defense Systems and Israel Aerospace Industries. It became operational in March 2011. Therefore, option D is the correct answer. Next question is consider the following statements regarding the term watermeal recently seen in the news. 1. It flourishes in arid and semi-arid regions. 2. It is the smallest flowering plant in the world. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2 or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option B, 2 only. Recently, the scientists have started conducting research on the potential of watermeal as a source of nutrition and oxygen for astronauts. The watermeal is an aquatic plant in the Araceae family. It flourishes in temperate, subtropical and tropical locations. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. They grow on the surface of lakes, ponds and marshes. It is the smallest flowering plant in the world and appears as small green seeds. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Next question is consider the following statements regarding the term card on file tokenization recently seen in the news. 1. It refers to replacement of actual credit and debit card details with an alternate code called the token. 2. It is proposed by the Reserve Bank of India. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2 or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Recently, the term card on file tokenization was seen in the news. It refers to replacement of actual credit and debit card details with an alternate code called the token, which will be unique for a combination of card, token requester and device. Hence, statement 1 is correct. It is proposed by the Reserve Bank of India. Hence, statement 2 is also correct. A tokenized card transaction is considered safer as the actual card details are not shared with the merchant during transaction processing. A card on transaction is a transaction wherein card holders authorizes merchants to store their payment information securely and bill card holders stored accounts for future purchases. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is recently seen in the news. The atmospheric perturbations around the eclipse path mission is an initiative of National Aeronautics and Space Administration, European Space Agency, National Center for Space Study or Roscosmos. The correct answer is option A, National Aeronautics and Space Administration. The National Aeronautics and Space Administration, that is NASA, is set to launch a mission called APEP to study how a solar eclipse affects the upper atmosphere. The mission will involve launching of 3 rockets equipped with scientific instruments. The objective of the mission is to know how the upper atmosphere will change during the eclipse, especially the moment when there would be a sudden reduction in light. This launch will take place at the White Sands Missile Range in New Mexico with a specific focus on the ionosphere. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Last question is recently launched. The SUGAM REC app is an initiative of which of the following? REC Limited, Coal India Limited, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, or Shipping Corporation of India? The correct answer is option A, REC Limited. Recently, REC Limited, the Maharatna Central Public Sector Enterprise, launched a SUGAM REC mobile application. It is exclusively for current and future investors in REC's 54 EC capital gain tax exemption bonds. Investors will be able to download their e-bond certificates, apply for fresh investment, download important forms related to updating of KYC, and also connect with REC's investor cell via call, email, or WhatsApp. REC Limited is a Maharatna company under the administrative control of the Ministry of Power, Government of India. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Now it's time for the practice question. Recently seen in the news, the Mont Blanc peak is located in which of the following countries? Italy, France, Spain, or Switzerland? Send the answer of this question in the comment section. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching.